Hi, and welcome to the Wednesday Wrap Up. I'm Jessica Potts, and I'm a business strategist. And this week on the Wednesday Wrap Up, I'm diving into the number one. I hear it all the time. Doesn't matter if I'm in a Facebook group, doesn't matter if my clients come to me. It is the number one item that business owners question incessantly, and that is pricing out your products. So this week on the Wednesday Wrap Up, I am diving into how to confidently price your products so that you never, ever question your pricing, but more importantly, you never discount. Hi, and welcome to the Wednesday Wrap Up. I'm Jessica Potts. I'm a business strategist, and I solely focus on customer and product growth. I work with female coaches and service-based businesses and helping them gain visibility online to start attracting their ideal customer and increase their overall profit margins. On today's Wednesday Wrap-Up, we are talking about the number one, I am saying it right now, most questioned aspect of any female business owner. And I'm going to say male business owner too. And it is all about confidently pricing your products and services. There are many people that struggle when it comes to pricing their products, and some of these are my favorite. I've pulled those so that you can see you're not alone. You're not alone. I know, right? All of these. So if you find it challenging and you're like, holy moly, pricing my products is a hot mess, I want you to go ahead and leave me a comment real quick. Leave it down there and let me know, what is the struggle when it comes to pricing out your products or services? All right, so without further ado, let's get into how to confidently price your products, right? It's the hardest thing. Now, people come to me and they're like, I don't understand why you struggle with pricing your products. But there's a huge difference than if you owned a retail store, right, versus a service-based business. Now, if you own a retail location, you get other people's products and you put them in your store, and they generally already have a price on them. And they call that MSRP, which is manufacturer's suggested retail price. And they do that so that you can't discount their products and kill their brand. And so that goes for us. We don't really have anybody coming in and telling you, oh, you should price your products out like that. Plus, when you're a service-based business, chances are you are not delivering a physical product, you are delivering services. And a lot of people find it challenging to put a price tag on that service. But I'm going to go through some major tips to help you identify what your pricing structure is going to be. So by the end of this video, I want you to have some solid idea of what you're going to price your products out. And that way, when people come to you and ask what your pricing structure is, you're never ever going to discount or give them that friends and family discount or any of that other BS that's going to discount your brand. All right, so let's get going. The first thing that you can do is do a little market research. But before you start writing a list down of who you think your competition is, I want you to first write down what your superpower traits are. And what do I mean with superpower traits? Those are those unique traits that only you have. Now, if you can take those unique traits and put them into your business, I'm telling you, you are a force to reckon with, right? So understanding those superpower traits, that is the value that you bring to your business. It's what separates you from all the other competition out there and really makes you shine, especially when there's a lot of noise on the internet, right? All right, phase one, write down your superpower traits. Now, some superpower traits you could put would be wittiness. Maybe you bring a bit of fun to a serious subject. You could also have 25 years of experience. For me, one of my superpower traits is that I have worked with some of the world's biggest brands launching million-dollar products, and I'm able to use those strategies and teach them to my clients. So we all have these different superpower traits that differentiates us from our competition. So write a list of those. Okay, number two, Now you'll write that list of competitors that you have out there. And you want to keep people in mind that are very similar to what you're doing. Okay, so that's number 2. And then the third thing that you're going to look at is you're going to pull these different companies up and you're going to look at what their services or their products are. What value do they bring, right? What's their superpower trait that they're bringing to the market? And then what is the price? So you'll be asking yourself those 3 questions as you look and start mapping out what people bring to the market, what price point they're at, right? Because these are really all you need to know, because then you can make a really sound decision and be like, I bring so much more to my clients than this person, so I feel like I could increase my prices compared to them. So that is an easy, good way of competitively pricing your products. Now, I'm not saying that that is the sole way of pricing your products, but it is a good gauge of where you can land in the market. Now, if you're telling me, I just don't have much competition out there. So that will bring me to number 2. Number 2 is interesting because people don't really think about this, but you need to understand who your customer is, right? To price your products. Now, if you do discovery calls or any type of validation calls, what you're going to find is that you'll be asking these people, what would you price this type of service out? And they're going to give you a range. Now, what I'm going to tell you, you're going to be shocked, but 9 times out of 10, they will actually price your products higher than you are. So if you are offering a brand new call and it's going to be helping people develop a high converting webinar, and you do 3 or 4 calls that are a little less expensive to get some testimonials in and to get some feedback and to understand what you may need to change or not change, or what's really working, then what you can do is ask them during that call, hey, what would you price this out? And they're going to give you some solid, good advice. And there's so many business owners out there that are really not thinking about who their niche market really is. And then they're not thinking about what disposable income that they have. You also don't want to price your products so high up. If your average client makes between $50 and $75, you're going to be wasting a lot of energy and time trying to sell them a jet. Am I right? So making sure that your customer is at the forefront of your mind when you are making these decisions on your pricing structure is really important. So I want to give you a quick pro tip. When you are asking your customers, I want you to go directly to the source. These are people that are your target audience that will do business with you, right? I highly suggest do not do it. Do not pop into a large Facebook group and ask about your pricing. And there's a few reasons why. 1, 90% of those people are not your target customer. So you are going to get some wide range answers and you're going to be overall disappointed. 2, the 10% of people that are in that group, that are your target audience, are not answering you. They're not even commenting on what your pricing should be. And 3, I have heard some far-fetched things in these Facebook groups. One time someone was talking about pricing and this lady's like, oh, it's your first course. You need to market it $250. And it's just random. These people are not experts in these groups and they're going to be shouting out a bunch of numbers and it's not going to give you solid footing. All it's going to do is make you question your pricing even more. So do yourself a favor. Don't even go into the Facebook group. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't ask it. Call your customers. Go directly to the source. All right, so that leads me into number 3 when it comes to confidently pricing your products. And number 3, it is all about, we're not pricing your products or services, we are pricing and giving them an offer. Right, so that's my aha moment as a business owner. I'm not actually pricing out me creating the strategy for you, right? What I'm pricing is that end result that my client is going to get. So our offer is the end result. And the end result can look very different for very many companies. Now, one thing is how do you benefit their lives? Do you save them money? Can they perform what you do, but you are able to do it quicker and faster, which saves them money and time? Can you save them time so that they can go spend that extra time with their family or traveling or hell, just laying by the pool? Or maybe it's a task that they really just don't like putting together a marketing strategy. Or maybe it is a task they cannot do, such as graphic design or creating your website or putting together a marketing strategy. The idea here is when you are putting together your pricing, I don't want you to think solely on your services or your course. I want you to think, how is this going to impact their life? What value would your customer put on being able to save time, being able to save money, being able to do something that they're not able to do, or doing something they just don't want to do? I would be honest with you. I do not enjoy posting on social media. Just do not enjoy it, right? But I'm willing to pay someone to do it for me. So when it comes to pricing your products, we have one, doing a little market trends, right? Market research, figuring that out on that competitive side. Number two, understanding your customers and their financials and understanding that you can't offer them a jet if they're not making millions of dollars. And three is understanding that offer, understanding the results that you are able to give those customers and that value that they put on those results. All right, I want to jump into a psychological part of buying, right? Buyers love tiered pricing. And when I talk about tiered pricing, I'm talking about different levels of pricing. So you could typically have one service and just add bonuses or one-on-one calls to change the pricing. You'd have level one, which would be inexpensive. And then level two would be level one plus a bonus. It'd be a middle price. And then you'd have level three, which would be the most expensive option, with level one, level two, plus maybe some one-on-one calls. Buyers tend to gravitate towards that middle level. So not the most inexpensive, not the most expensive, but the medium range. So if you want to raise your profit margins, you can create different tiered pricing and make sure that your middle pricing is where you exactly want to hit with your customers. What I also love about this is that it really gives people a choice. Now, you're just adding different bonuses, so it's not like you're putting more and more work into this and just adding different levels. And I would definitely try that when it comes to your pricing model. So up to this point, we understand the basics of how to price your products. You understand that you need some sort of tiered pricing for psychological effect. So now we're going to go into the last part, and that is all about being confident about confidently pricing your product. Now, this is the biggest thing I see with women business owners, and that is that they don't have confidence after they put a price tag on there. And a lot of times, they don't have confidence to put a valuable, competitive price tag on their services. And that's really understanding that value that you bring and understanding what you're offering to your customers and owning it. As women, we tend to not price ourselves as high as men. A lot of times we don't understand our own value and what we're bringing to the table and really looking at the end benefits of what we're creating for our customers. And without understanding that and really owning it, and realizing the value that we bring into this world, you're not going to be able to competitively and confidently price your products. What I've noticed though, with a lot of my clients is this is happening because they have a lot of limiting beliefs when it comes to money. And it's absolutely sabotaging their business. And it's not allowing them to make the profits that they desire because they keep telling themselves these old stories that they have made true. Now, some big limiting beliefs that I have heard are, I don't know how to do business. I don't enjoy sales. I wouldn't pay for that. Why would someone else pay for that? I always typically run into clients that don't want to pay me. Everybody views that my services are free. So these are just some limiting beliefs that I hear from my clients. And it's really recognizing those thought processes and completely changing them into positives. Because what's happening is that we are putting off our own limiting beliefs onto our customers, and our customers do not feel those limiting beliefs. And if you're attracting people that do feel those limiting beliefs, you've got to change your beliefs to attract people that will pay you. I know, that's crazy, right? I see it more and more common with women business owners that underprice and undervalue their services. I was recently reading an article, and I believe it was this week, and it was talking about how most women-owned businesses, the majority of them, don't even make $100,000 a year. Now, a lot of people can say, oh, well, most are stay-at-home moms or this or that. No, I really believe that it's owning who we are, being confident in what you're able to give to your customers, understanding those end results, and bringing it all to the table when you come to pricing. Because I believe in you. I believe that all these old stories that we've been telling ourselves and limiting ourselves with, you can change that thought process and really make the money that you desire. And price your products that are competitively priced. And hell, if you're better than what's out there on the market, come in with premium pricing. And it's funny because I recently read this quote, and I love that she said, I'm willing to pay a premium price for premium products. And we do it. I mean, look at Gucci, look at Hermes, Louis Vuitton. You see all of these brands have positioned themselves in the market to be luxury, and we're willing to pay luxury prices, and so can you. So however you want to position yourself into the market, you deserve the amount of money that you put yourself out there for. If you resonate with this video and you are ready to start working on some beliefs that are withholding you and your business from the profits that you desire, go ahead and book a 15-minute clarity call with me. The call is free. I really want to talk about what your overall business objectives are and see if I have the ability to help you get where you want to be. And if it's working on those beliefs, those old beliefs that are holding you back, then go ahead and book that call. That is it. That is it for the Wednesday wrap up. And I really hope that you're going to take this and sit down today and really price out your products. And if you do, I really want you to leave me a comment and let me know. So comment down there and say, holy moly, this is going to be my new pricing structure. I get it. All right, so if you love this video, please share it. Also, make sure to subscribe. And if you want to get alerts, press that bell beside the subscribe. All right, so that is it for this Wednesday wrap up. I'm Jessica, and I will see you guys next Wednesday.